In January of 2020, I thought I had a complete understanding of the full strength of the Keck Medicine family. But in the past 18 months, I have witnessed a new level of resiliency and compassion that goes far beyond what I thought was possible. When we were in the early stages of learning about how this virus spread, I saw our caregivers step forward to work on the COVID units and teams collaborate on the new care processes and protocols. When we had surges in the cases, I watched people volunteering to help each other, pushing past fatigue and stress to help wherever they were needed. I can think of no better time to make resilience and healing a centerpiece of our organization.
We're working on a project titled Emergence as part of Care for the Caregiver, Time of Healing. Essentially, it's a multi-part installation that invites the community of Keck to create alongside of us.
We really thought about kind of some of the major disasters, the major shifts in our world that have taken place over millennia. And so this idea that out of complete destruction, out of loss, out of sudden shift, we can hope, as nature teaches us time and time again, that beauty will return. Life continues on.
The Care for the Caregiver office had been in the works for almost 2 years. But when the pandemic hit, we knew that we had to launch ahead of schedule. It started with meeting the immediate needs, like housing and meals, then shifted focus on healing from burnout and building resilience. But first, we wanted to take a moment to collectively reflect on what we've been through and united begin the process of moving forward, which inspired this time of healing.
The hardest part of the pandemic was just being away from family and friends and having to isolate and socially distance.
Not being able to see my friends and family.
The unknown, not knowing what things were, how we were going to do things.
One of the most eerie feelings I had was driving on the freeway in Los Angeles, and it was completely empty.
Being scared of getting the virus.
I was afraid to even be near my parents in fear of even potentially exposing them if I had been exposed here at the hospital.
Having to hear and witness and experience just all the different losses.
Just having to be here 24/7, you're just emotionally split. You're not getting that satisfaction of that work-life balance, like seeing people on the weekend and socializing and things like that, and then being at work and having to give 150% of your emotions, your mental, physical, emotional strength, everything has to be given.
The extent of the mortality and the people that we couldn't save, it took a large toll on me and my family.
Everyone got together, everyone had each other's back, everyone looked out for each other.
We felt we were part of a team trying to serve a bigger purpose.
Everybody came together.
Made a lot of new friendships I probably wouldn't have otherwise made.
Watching the nursing professionals who bore the brunt of the emotional hardship when patients passed away, it was really inspiring, and it provided a lot of strength for me to do what I was doing.
Pues que todo muy bien, ha habido trabajo, gracias por todo, que hemos estado bien, no nos hemos enfermado, eso es para mí es lo mejor.
I don't know if things will ever turn back to normal, but I'm looking forward to more human interaction and seeing people face to face.
There's countless people in our city here in LA that are reaching towards the Keck community in any way that they can to offer their well wishes, their hopes, to remind them that they are not alone and that there are people thinking of them, rooting them on, and standing with them in this moment.
For Keck Medicine of USC, the desire to heal is at the heart of everything we do. That includes caring for our staff and physicians. On behalf of the Care for the Caregiver office, I'd like to welcome you to Emergence and give you a brief tour. Here is the focal point of the installation, Agatha's Archway. The archway serves as a symbol of resilience and a reminder of the beauty that grows through the storm. Here, caregivers can inscribe wishes for the future and add their rocks to the archway. As these messages grow, they serve as a foundation for our future world of care. Throughout the installation are 3 rock islands. Hand-tied to each limb are wooden leaves with messages of care written by our caregivers. Each leaf tends to the roots of our community, and helps it flourish. The next element of Emergence is the community check-in message board. This is the hub of compassion that broadcasts its messages of care from the community to our caregivers. The final element of Emergence is the sea glass memory wall that reflects the communal grief and loss we have all experienced since March of 2020. These photos represent individuals our community wishes could be here today, individuals we were unable to see because of the pandemic, and lost milestones and celebration. Each area within Emergence serves as a grounding space for the Keck Medicine of USC community, a bridge to nature and nurture throughout interactive care.
It was actually quite moving. I was commenting with my friend how it really brought up some emotions on how much of an impact this has had on not only the healthcare industry, but our patients and the family members, and just going through it and seeing the examples of people that have been directly affected is very moving. And the way it's displayed is very comforting.
What an impressive display. It really allows you to recall a great deal of memories of experiences that we've had over the past 80 plus weeks of this pandemic, and it really highlights the contributions that everybody has made, not only to the care of our patients, but the sacrifices they've made to their families and their overall well-being to strive for the ultimate exceptional patient care for us.
This exhibit is just simply breathtaking. It's well thought out, beautiful. I encourage everybody to come and just take a few minutes and just walk through it slowly and take the time just to heal, to think about what's happened over this past year and a half, and just really reflect on yourself and what it will be to start healing again. But do take the time. The exhibit is just beautiful. It's breathtaking.
You know, the music is nice, and it's just the way it's set up. Everything is really comforting, and that's what I need right now, some peace of mind.
You know, I knew this was going to be happening here at Keck, but when you actually walk in, and when I walked in, it's quite overwhelming. You immediately get a sense of the gravity of what we just went through, and it signifies not only the memory of what we've been through, but also, and probably most importantly, the hope of the future and how we're overcoming this. And for this installation to be able to provide both of those things instantly when you walk in, I think it's done its job, and I was really moved.
This is a very peaceful place. It takes gives me an opportunity to think about what's been going on and sort of recenter on what we do, what I'm supposed to be doing, and how I can be of service to our community.